Ooh, that looks tasty. Welcome, folks. Today the Hungry Gamer is back with another episode of the Monthly Menu, and today we are talking about the top 5 games from March 2023. So jumping right in with last month's picks, and the first one being the list, and no. We did play some games, but didn't get anything off the list, and I kept thinking, oh no, we still have time, and then suddenly I was like, oh, it is already April. Oops. So, nothing there. Next one was Return to Dark Tower, and yes, that was the gimme, because it was the very next day that they were coming down to play the game, and barring horrible illness, it was going to happen, and yes, it did. Dark Tower is always fun to play. It's always enjoyable. It's a great group of people to play with. I love it. I enjoy it. So yes, Dark Tower. The next one was Vindication, and yes, twice. I actually got it played twice. I started experimenting with some of the older expansions of the game, and the more I play this game, the more I appreciate it. It's just so clean. It's so clever. It's so fun. And I really like it. I'm really looking forward to diving into the stuff that kind of adds the story to it. Though my understanding is that there's some stuff missing with what you need to have the full story expansion, but I haven't dug into it yet. So there's a little more time. I got 2 other expansions that I haven't even cracked yet. So plenty to get through, but did get to play it twice. Still digging it, still enjoying it. Next one was League of Dungeoneers, and yes, I played a whole bunch of it and really dug into it, created some characters, played through another campaign, and so on and so on. This is the oldest of old school dungeon crawls type of thing, like Warhammer Quest style game. Really enjoyed it. And the last one was Tales from the Red Dragon Inn, and yes, I also got to play that. And again, that was an easy one because I knew they were sending it to me, and I was going to make a video, and the video's already posted, so you know I got to play around with it. And love it. It's great. Light, quick, fast dungeon crawl. Lots of fun story. Really almost a complete opposite of League of Dungeoneers, except they're both fun. So anyhow, getting into the top 5 of the month, coming in at number 5, and I'll say that there was a big old tie for number 5 again. And so I broke down number 4 and 5 simply based on how much time I actually spent playing. Because one of them is significantly longer, so the fact that I played that X amount of times was a bigger time commitment. So that's why I did that, and I picked the number 5 that I did pick because it was one that was multiple times was requested to come back. No, wait. Can we play that one again? We played this a little while ago. Can we play it again? So I got more requests, even though it was tied to something else. So anyhow, number 5 has made the list many times before. It's right behind me, and that is The Loop. This is one of the best crisis management games out there. I have all the expansions right now, and the stickers I have to make the big old meeples is really pop. It's just fantastic. It's a wonderful, wonderful game. Deck building, crisis management. There can be some bad luck in it, but boy, just a fun game. I really, really like it. Still love The Loop. Number 4 is League of Dungeoneers. I already talked about it. I have a video coming soon. This is, like I said, old school dungeon crawl. It's not huge story, but you do have stories in there, and these are kind of small campaigns that you go on to kind of not save the world, solve a problem in the world. It's a game about kind of surviving, and how long do you survive before you finally succumb to the fate that I assume most adventurers succumb to and get themselves killed. Very satisfying, pretty crunchy. It's not the crunchiest game out there. There's not as much going on in there rules-wise as Dungeon Universalis. Probably not as much as there is going on in Madara or something like that, but very, very clever game. Really, really enjoying that, and looking forward to playing that again with all the other dungeon crawls I'm now looking forward to playing it. So that was League of Dungeoneers. Number 3 is one that's been on the list before. It's been a little while, but this is one of my all-time favorite 2-player games, and that is Dice Command. And you have your dice army, and you're rolling your dice each turn, and you're activating different abilities, putting the dice out, and just trying to get your dice behind the enemy lines. It's an abstracted game. It's great. It is just fantastic. There are not many better head-to-head 2-player games out there, and I still stand by that. I still love playing it every single time I get to take it out. So that is number 3, Dice Command. Number 2 is another crisis management game, and this one's coming to Kickstarter very, very soon. It may actually already be out on Kickstarter a few days ago, and that is Weirdwood Manor. which is based around this young adult series of books. And like I said, it's a crisis management game, and you're going into this manor trying to beat whatever bad guy's out there, but the manor itself changes as the day goes on, and each action you take takes time. And so you progress through the days, and as you progress through the days, the passages change and move. It's very, very clever. Each of the heroes plays not dramatically asymmetrically, but pretty asymmetric. They do play differently, different powers. Each of the bad guys is very, very different. Some nice dice chucking in there. It's a very good game. I really like it. I had to send it on, and I'm hoping that I hope they send me a copy down the road, because it's a good one. It already has vaulted its way into my top tier of crisis management style games. And that brings us to number 1, the top game of the month for me, and that was Tales from the Red Dragon Inn. It's great. I love it. It is fantastic. It's another one that is catapulted right up into my top tier of dungeon crawls. Where it'll land, I won't know until sometime this summer when I actually get my copy and I get to really dig in and play with it more, but it's a fantastic game. The story's great. The characters play very differently. They're all very powerful. Almost everything about it just really works if you're looking for that lighter dungeon crawl. So, moving into this month's picks, obviously, first off, we have the list. As always, the list. We're going to do something on it. The next one is an interesting one, because this is one that made my Best of DungeonCon list, and that is Argent the Consortium. Now, I didn't have that game. I just played it once, really enjoyed it, was really intrigued by it, and after I made that video, I tagged or shared it with Level 99 Games. Just to say, and that's something that I always do. If I have any kind of contact with a publisher or a designer or something like that, I will always let them know that I've made content with their games. Because people like to know when you're talking about their stuff. And they got back to me and said, "Oh, thanks for making this. Would you like a copy?" And I was like, "Yes." So anyhow, it's arrived, and I actually had, hanging out from another game I backed, some promo cards for that game I've just been holding on to, because I've been saying, gosh, I want to get this game, and I've just never done it. So now I have that, and I haven't gotten to actually get it to the table yet just because of everything's been going on, but that's one I'm committed to getting played in April. That is Argent the Consortium. The next one on the list is Theurgy, and this is my gimme for the month. I'm always trying to play Theurgy, but I got Don from the Secret Cabal interested in the game, and he got himself a copy, and he was talking about it on the Secret Cabal, and he told Tony Topper on the Secret Cabal that, "Oh, Tony, you'd really like this game." And it just so happens that Tony lives about 20 minutes away from me. We'd never met. We're buddies on Facebook. And so he reached out. He's like, "I understand you have this game because you told Don to get it. Can you bring it over? Can we play?" And that is happening this month, so I know it's going to happen, again, unless somebody gets sick or something. So Theurgy, again, it's one of my top games. I just love it. Get yourself a copy, guys. Go get a copy if you like Troops on a Map games. Just great. The next one is kind of going on this theme I have lately of the crisis management game, which I'm more and more into lately. I kind of fell out of love with them, but now I'm really getting back into it. And that is one that I have talked about. It was actually on the list back in December, I think, or maybe January. And that is Crisis at Steamfall. This is the one that is a crisis management game if you're playing co-op, and it is a kind of Euro competitive game if you're playing not co-op. Wow, it's a competitive game if you're playing competitive. That's a very good video there, but I'm sticking with it. I really dig it. I have the miniatures that I've been waiting to get finished being painted. Everything's been on the back burner, and I'm going to get that to the table, make a video. Looking forward to that. Really like that game. And then the last one was inspired by Dice Command, which I said is one of my all-time favorite two-player games. Well, the other one of those is Skulk Hollow, and I just recently got, it's actually right up here, which you can't see, the follow-up to that, the standalone expansion Maul Peak, and I covered it in the preview and really liked it then. So I know I like it, and I just haven't gotten a chance to play it, so I'm really looking forward to playing that. Hopefully I can get that to the table. This is going to be a tough month to get all of those played, but I am hopeful and somewhat confident that we can do it. I don't know, we'll see. So always, it is a new month, and down the bottom you can see who our current channel members are. As always, thank you so very much for the continued support, and if you're interested in joining up, there are some perks, some lovely perks I like to think, and you can just click the join button right down below the video, or in the description there's another link you can click on and kind of find out what's going on if you'd like to join. So, as always, if you found this video useful, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.